guys, welcome back to Embers and Ash. My name's Ashley, if you didn't know, and I am currently 16 weeks pregnant and I'm trying to prepare for this baby. I'm really excited to make some of my own baby gear because it can be quite expensive and some of the things that I want are quite simple to make, so I wanted to share with you guys how I'm going to be making them. And specifically, today's video is about how to make baby bibs that don't leak through. So, I am not a mom yet, I am well aware, but I have mom friends who have babies. So I am aware of some of the struggles with babies and bibs. One of them being, if you have a very drooly kid, you have to switch their bib out like every hour, otherwise it soaks through and defeats the purpose. So just in case I have a drooly kid, I wanted to make a leak-proof bib for you all and share it with you guys. So let's get started. So the material that I'm going to be using is this kind of like speckled cream flannel. Is that what this is? I don't know. The fabric store is a very confusing place. So to start off, I'm going to trace out my design. Now I am not a professional, as most of you know. So what I'm gonna do is take this bib that I bought from Copper and Pearl, which I do really enjoy, but they are expensive, and I'm just gonna trace this out. So when I trace this out, I'm going to give myself about a ½ inch of a seam allowance, as they call it, just so I have room to work with. And I do this very rough because I am not a perfectionist and I do not have the time. So I'll cut this out and then make a second one for the front and back. Okay, so now I have my front and back of the bib, and now is the most important part where I make it leak-proof. So this is a reusable diaper fabric, they said at the fabric store. And what I'm gonna do with this is line the inside of the bib with it so that when the front gets wet, the back doesn't get wet. Ta-da! This is the secret. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, trace this out, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so here's my lovely waterproof lining and the front of the bib. So what I'm gonna do now is line it up as best I can and pin it together, and we will sew these two layers together. There we go. And no, I do not put the pins all in the same direction because I like to struggle. Okay, now's the fun part. I get to sew this together. I'm gonna try and keep the seam as close to the edge as possible just so I have more seam allowance to work with when we add the back. Okay, so I did do a pretty terrible job, but it's all gonna get hidden in the end, so that's fine. Now I'm going to put the backing on the bib, so I am going to put them face to face. Then I will pin them together and sew them together. Okay, so now I am going to sew them together, but I'm gonna start in the corner, go all the way around, and leave a gap so that we can pull it inside out, or I guess right side out. Okay, so now is the fun part where we get to turn it inside out. So with that little hole that you made, I like to go in and just grab the other end of the bib and trying to pull it through the hole. Ta-da! Yeah, make sure all the edges are fully pulled out properly. Okay, so now we're going to finish it off by putting a, I don't know what you call it, like a nice seam here, I guess. And in doing so, we'll close this end off. So I'm gonna switch to black thread for this so that it really stands out. once I get close to this open edge here, I'm just gonna make sure that all the edges are flipped inwards and continue on with my stitch. Okay, so it's all sewed together. Something real funky started happening here. I couldn't tell you what, but it's okay because it'll be around the baby's neck anyways, so you won't even be able to see it. And at the bottom, where it really matters, it's beautiful. So I'm cool with it. Okay, so the last step is to add a snap to this. So I'm just using these press-on snaps, I guess. So I'm just going to follow the instructions on this and add the snaps. And that is it. It will snap together, all fun and whatever. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!